Welcome back. So this is gonna be a pretty interesting video because I will be trying Blue Protocol Star Resident for the first time in my entire life. And this is a pretty special game because I have actually never really played any MMO that much almost ever in my entire life. So this is like one of, if not my very first MMO experience that I managed to get the opportunity to try out for the past couple of hours. So just gonna jump in you guys, my first impressions, thoughts and progressions, how this game is like, as well as we are gonna be getting a lot of brand new updates for this current new season, which is gonna be season 1 part 2. So just gonna be going through it a little bit more, and without further ado, let's get into today's content. So as you guys would have expected by now, Blue Protocol Star Resistance is gonna be a MMO RPG experience for a stunning anime-inspired open world game where you basically create your own hero, team up for strategic raids, or simply relax and have fun by going with your friends, fishing, crafting, as well as endless exploration, right? So we do have a very immersive PvE combat with engaging gameplay, which you are going to be able to access with your different hero classes, different equipment, as well as even team building alongside your other players along in the party to go ahead and have the full experience within this game itself, right? So from my personal experience that I actually played this for, I believe as you can see over here, we are going to be at roughly level 25. So I just finished up clearing out the entirety of the chapter 1 of the story. So honestly, still very fresh. It took me roughly 2 hours-ish. Everything else is just gonna be pretty much what I've experienced so far. So from what my personal character is gonna be, it is gonna be from the Stormblade class over here. So you can pretty much choose any one of these classes right at the start of the game. You can select a class, which is gonna be very classic from a typical MMORPG experience. So I picked Stormblade because this was like one of the most fun. It does say that the difficulty is pretty high, but from what I've seen so far, it's actually quite manageable. So from my very limited knowledge I have for this game, you basically want to stack on your stacks of Thunder Sigil, and then you have a lot of different skills that will consume Thunder Sigil to basically give you a lot of stacks, right? So for example, your Overdrive, which gives you 1 Thunder Sigil all the way up to 4 if this counter upgrade, or the Oblivion combo, which will give you the max Thunder Sigil. And then once you use these two, you can then use Idle Slash, Flash Strike, or Raijin Dash to basically let go of the entire combination, to basically let go of your Thunder Sigils to deal the maximum amount of damage. So that is my experience playing with it. I thought the gameplay was very flashy, or very interesting. Not too difficult, at least from so far, because I haven't really gone into the endgame content yet, but I felt that at least from the campaign as well as the overall progression, this was a pretty fun class to play, at least for me, right? So that is pretty much gonna be that. And then for the expertise tree, you can see over here, it is gonna be a pretty standard MMORPG X progression. If you guys have been playing MMORPG, so you unlock your different skills here and there, right? Then you'll have the bigger skills, which have a lot more bonus effects for actual abilities, and then for smaller nodes are gonna be for your agility, your endurance, your agility, right? Mainly an agility as well as thunder attack, basically all attributed to the class that you are going to be playing. And then once you get to 30, this is going to be like the big skill, right? So these two are going to be a big skill, but you do need 30 talents first before you can unlock this eventually towards the end later on, right? So that's going to be that. And then these are your classic stats. You can see your max HP, agility is going to be the stat that we improve based on our crit as well as mastery. So it really just depends on your class. We have luck, which is going to be, you know, all these things you can kind of just see from an MMORPG experience, right? So that's going to be that for our adventure. The score and everything over here, it is pretty much just going to be the overall sort of like your how strong your character is. So obviously the more score you have from a gear, from your talents, from your different modules, skill training, then it's gonna go up a lot higher as you're gonna be playing through the game, right? So then for the gear itself over here, all of these gears are pretty much gonna be obtained from playing the story. This is obtained very early on. So far, I'm pretty sure we have a lot of different ways to actually upgrade your gears, because I see there are pretty much 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 different potential gears for you. You have bracelets, charms, ring, necklace, earrings, all of the different armors. So by the end game, your character should look absolutely decked out, right? And at this point, you might be probably wondering, is Blue Protocol Star Resistance going to be a gacha game? Technically yes, and technically no, because this gacha system, it is purely focused on only the cosmetics as far as I can tell over here. So this is going to be the core drive, right? So this is going to be like the brand new set of armor, which are going to be pulling for both the male as well as female, as well as the right that you're eventually going to be getting from this over here, right? So the mount as well as the armor, and this is going to be a skate stater, a lot of your different Alphorna special. There's this Halloween event going on over here, so all these Halloween skins that's going to be available for now for the next 17 days of the time of this recording. I did find a couple of really cool stores. Wait, let me see the part where, okay, I believe it used somewhere here. Okay, also this is a crazy mount, by the way, for like the lion dance. There was this set that looks super cool. Oh my god, bro, this skin looks absolutely crazy. Yeah, damn. So that is pretty much, from what I can tell, most of the monetization from Blue Protocol Star Residence is purely tied to the cosmetics. I think there's a couple of other things that you can probably get for your progression here and there. So you have a reset tickets, a couple of your key items to basically help you with a little bit more, but nothing else is really gonna be screaming about like you're getting your units, getting light cones if you're gonna be playing like those traditional gacha games. So this is still mainly tied for the MMORPG experience over here. So my overall gameplay, it was still mostly tied with the overall exploration as well as the story, just a little bit of combat here and there. I would say that this game's story, it was pretty good for it, because I really wasn't expecting too much, since in my impression, most MMORPGs, there isn't really too much of a story. It's mainly just for the gameplay, right? You go with your race, you go with your friends, go and hunt monsters. So this story for Blue Protocol Star Raiders, it was actually pretty interesting. So I'm not going to be spoiling you guys in case you guys have to try it for the first time yourselves, but essentially you're going to be meeting up with your different groups of people, and there's a couple of Monkas moments here and there. Very good graphics, very good animations, very good cutscenes, at least for just the first episode, and this story can go on for pretty well. So I would say that this story has been very nice so far. Yes, Snow Knight. その手で勲章を受け取ってくれ。
まずい。ジェラード、ここは頼んだ。了解。兵士たちはジェラードの指示に従い、市民の保護と警戒を。了解です、団長。
The void guy. And on top of that, aside from your different combat, you do have your triple jumps, you have your mounts, you have your fishing, cooking, crafting, collection, all the kind of stuff, and then you have all of your different outfits that you're going to be getting throughout the game. So even if you're not going to be buying the skins that you're going to be seeing from the gachapon or actually the in-game store itself, the game actually gives you a lot of different outfits to kind of customize and select your characters to make them feel more unique to yourself as a whole. Yeah. Oh, you can even customize your own hair from that, huh? Oh, but this is the one that they gave you for default. I see. Okay. If I can make my own, yeah, there's a lot of customization options. Alright, I guess we kind of just have to stay. I would really like the Aho Gate though. That would be nice. Yeah, let's just stick with this. What is this? Oh wow. Ooh. Okay. Yay. Oh, this is like without anything. Oh, it costs you money to change this, huh? I see. Okay. Honestly, I don't mind using this now, because I think we can use this like a feature for us. And there's a lot of like different ways to go about it. It's like we have scars and everything. Meow. Okay, that's pretty cute. Yeah, that's pretty cute. Oh yeah, you can change the height and everything. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Then aside from that, for the main combat, aside from the actual story boss, you actually go around fighting out these like elite bosses. So for example, right, if you go to your season hub over here, you can actually track down the specific monsters. So if you're gonna go for the defeat boss, there are all these different monsters that you can essentially track down in the entire big world, and you can see the world is absolutely massive, right? This is just the first portion of the game that I just discovered, and you can spell way bigger than that. So I would say that this game definitely has a lot of content if you really want something to sit down and grind your teeth into for the time period, right? So yeah, as I was saying, you can track down all these bosses eventually are going to be encountering, which are going to be funny. And I would say that I did try this for myself. you really want a party to do this, because if you're going to be doing it alone, chances are, especially at the early game, you're probably not going to be able to do that. So I do guys have a party multiplayer, because that's sort of like the essence of MMORPG in the first place, which is to basically play with your friends, form a party. You have your tanks, front, mage line, weave your skills, weave your combos together, and achieve a victory and get your loot right. So that's pretty much my overall first impressions of Blue Protocol Star Residence. And now we're just gonna jump into the new update we're gonna be seeing for Season 1 Part 2, which is gonna be a lot more catered towards the more experienced players. So this is gonna be like a completely new beginner. You probably don't have to worry about it, at least for the time being, because most of these content are definitely gonna be catered for way higher levels to get your endgame gear on kind of stuff, right? So the first thing is gonna be the Chaotic Realm. So the Chaotic Realm challenge is basically the top of the device, features 6 sets of interactive mechanism platforms, and when the adventurers step onto them, you can see the target stage corresponding to the area, and they will really push you all the way to the limit, because every single clear will give you very strong rewards, right? So every single stage, they also have 3 different difficulties. So you have the normal mode, which is gonna be for your entry level experience with solo and duo options, allowing you to even team up with your AI companions. Then there is gonna be a hard mode, where there's gonna be an advanced challenge with limited revives at the start. 5 days after the dungeon opens, players who die during the boss battle can revive via the countdown or ally assistance. And then lastly, this is going to be the Master 1 to 5 mode, which is going to be an extreme difficulty challenge, and each clear stage will unlock the next difficulty. So new difficulty levels open as the server time progresses, and the higher the difficulty, the stronger the entries as well as the monster as per usual. And if you do clear a higher difficulty, it will increase your maximum score per dungeon, and raising your total Master mode score earns exclusive seasonal glory rewards. So for example, the Master node dungeons right now, they're available from the November 3rd by the time we're recording, and there's a chance to even obtain level 60 equipment. So in the future, even higher difficulty Master mode dungeons will be available to challenge for even more rewards, right? So that's going to be one of the current season highlights for Chaotic Realm, specifically Master mode for the endgame players, right? Aside from that, we also do have the Dragon Shackle event, which is going to be a massive 10 to 20 player raid, which is going to be teaming up to defeat the Light Tonal Tua Dragon boss, right? So you also get exclusive rewards upon victory. So a rough guideline for this is basically going to be a raid team's positioning skills, right? So you must navigate through his very big AoE attacks, area of effect zones to find yourself the safe spots. So if you have played games like Dragalia Lost, you want to co-op with other players, standing in the zones away from the attacks is going to be absolutely crucial. And then if there are going to be downtimes for you guys to deal damage, that's when you're going to be going all in as an entire collective, not just for yourself, right? So we do have quite a lot of different mechanics for this specific boss as well. So for example, we do have the Void Duo Pack, which marks 2 players, and after short time, it will deal damage and generate space-time crystals at their current location. So whoever gets marked, your job is to basically direct yourself away from the rest of the group, and the rest of the group can continue to deal damage. So it's very oriented on the positioning for the entire party to get this boss down as fast as possible, right? And then for another example, it's going to be like the space-time field, which is you're going to interact with the crystal to transform into the space-time field, and if you are going to be inside it, it will be completely immune to projectiles and take significantly less damage. So for this particular portion, when the boss unleashes space-time blitz, you do want to follow the prompt to activate the crystal and stand in the field. So on the hard plus mode, the interacting player will also leave behind a void collapse zone, and after you dodge the damage, relocate the zone to the edge of the battlefield in order to have a much better chance of survival over there, right? So there are a lot of mechanics. I'll let you guys see for yourself, especially for the endgame players, but this is going to be the other highlight for this current Season 2 gameplay over here. And then these two are going to be pretty much like your endgame content environments, which are going to be mostly gameplay focused. And aside from that, we also have quite a lot of other different things going on at the same time. So for example, we do have the Voyage Memento for the 15-day login reward. So if you log in consecutively for 15 days, this is going to be available all the way from the 30th of November. And as of right now, we do have ourselves the Core Drive Gacha system, which is going to be a limited outfit for both the mount as well as the player itself. And then aside from this, we also have the Outfit 2 Envoy of the Night, which is also claimable after you claim the Void Pass 2 and raise it to level 30. So this is going to be one of the season pass. You're going to be getting this made here, which is, you know, very good looking. But the Void Pass is going to be one where you actually claim the Envoy of the Night. And the Outfit 3 is going to be obtaining the Xeno Mimic from the Meow system. Oh shit. Sure. Okay. Fishing. Oh. Hold up. Let me see if I can catch it. Ooh. Insane. Well, then we come to the end of today's content. Hopefully, as you guys enjoyed the first impression as well as the overall latest update for Blue Protocol Star Resonance. Once again, if you are going to be interested in trying out the game for yourself today, you can use the limited time exclusive redemption code as well as the login now to experience the Season 1 Part 2 new content, exclusive rewards as well as seasonal excitement, right? So once again, thank you so much Blue Protocol Star Resonance for sponsoring today's video. All the best for Gadget Pools, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.